Hey, thanks so much for coming along shopping with me today. I just wanted to do, like a tryout vlog. So if you haven't been to Boston, that's kind of the shopping scene. I obviously didn't go into too many places because it was freezing cold. It was about 10 degrees and it was getting kind of slushy and we were expecting a bunch of snow that week. I just desperately wanted to get out of the house. I went into Dior, as you saw, tried on the saddle for the first time. I'm personally not crazy about it. It's always been one of those bags that a very love-hate relationship. I love it on other people and I've never really wanted to try it on because I was worried that I would love it, and just looking at it, I knew it wasn't the bag for me. And to be honest, I found it so finicky. I'd love to know if you love the saddle because I think that's great. I think so many people do. But I just found it so annoying. Like going between the big chunky strap and you have to kind of shift it down when you want to then just carry it on your arm. I thought it looked really cute that way, and I do already have the guitar strap, so I was thinking like, oh, well, at least I don't have to buy that now. But it was too finicky. I didn't love it crossbody. I actually did like the mini, but well, I certainly wasn't prepared to buy it that day. And I filmed that on Sunday, so the prices went up at midnight, that midnight. I don't know how much I'm gonna be buying from Dior anymore. Obviously, I'm very happy with my Dior collection as it is. There are a few statement pieces I would love to add. I'm always thinking about the Lady Dior, even though I've talked about that in previous videos. But I really don't know. I would love to get one of their oblique pieces in my collection, but it needs to be the right one because I like the oblique, but I don't like too much of it. So, I need them to make the bag in my head, essentially. Something that's like small, but really functional and easy. I also find the 30 Montaigne strap to be really stiff. Oh, I don't know. Next, I went into Fendi and I had a fantastic time. I went into the little alcove one in Saks and I love it there. They're so sweet, really friendly. I love to see my essay. We ended up talking for a good hour and a half. I don't know if we were just both starved for conversation or maybe she was just being nice to me. I don't really know, but we had a really good time talking and just catching up, talking about, I don't know, Canada. We were talking about a bunch of different things, and I love the Fendi Peekaboo. I personally like it more than the Lady Dior. I'm just jumping to buy one and my husband's telling me, you just bought a bag. You just bought your Chanel 19. You love that bag. Just enjoy that bag. And I'm like, yes, but I also really like this one. So I think the only thing that's slowing me down obviously is one, saving up the money, and two, there are a few different styles right now that I love. So I want to find the right one and then hopefully add the others later down the line. Next, I went up to the shoe department. There is one fella there who I try to avoid. I am so not the confrontational sort. I don't make a fuss. I never complain to anyone. Usually I just try to avoid situations I don't like, and I try to avoid him. I was looking at the Manolo mules. You'll have seen them in the video, and I'll put up a picture here. I was curious about the black one. Now, I have bigger feet. They don't normally carry my size in the store, but I did ask, hey, do you happen to have a 10 or a 10 and a half? If you have a 10 and a half in a different color, like that's totally cool. I'm curious about the sizing. So he goes to get them. He comes out and he says, I have the black in a 10 and this gray in a 10 and a half. Dale, if you're watching this, oh man, gray, oh, pretty, but anyway. So he tells me, so I slip on the 10 and a half and I think, oh wow, gosh, okay, this feels really good. And he's just looking at me, he's like, that looks terrible on you. You're so, pale, And he gives me this look and I was just silent. I was just trying on my shoes. I'm like, huh? I just kind of walk away and look at the shoes in the mirror and walk back. And he's like, yeah, that's definitely not your color. I'm like, okay. Yeah, you knew I was just trying this on for size, you know, and then I put on the black one, I compared to that. Oh God, it was just such a weird thing. Who says that? I mean, like, no one's looking for you to kiss their ass, but come on. It was like so moody. It was strange. He's a weird one. So that was such a strange thing. Dale, apparently it's been confirmed by multiple sources. Gray does not look good on me. Maybe it's the coloring. My feet are so pale, they are almost blue in pictures. So, you know, I can understand. Like the last thing he said was, you would really need a tan. You need a tan. I was like, Jesus. It's so aggressive. Wow. So that was my experience there, but it's good to know that I'm a 10.5. To be honest, I don't know if I'm crazy about the mules anyway, because I have such a bigger foot, and the in the toe box area, you know, it does cover your toes, so there's no like toe cleavage situation, which I know some people are really funny about. I think it does look good on a smaller foot than mine while it stayed secure and it was reasonably comfortable to walk very short distances. The rest of my foot just looked so large and like this big flipper with this teeny little toe box. I don't think I'm going to be getting them anyway, so that was fine. Good to know, I guess. Apparently gray really doesn't suit me. So anyway, that was my little shopping around Boston. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know, is there anything currently on your list right now? Is there anything on your mind? If you happen to have the Fendi Peekaboo, I would love to know your thoughts on it because I'm so curious about the mini. I'm going back and forth between the lambskin version, their Napa leather, it doesn't have any feet, it doesn't really have any glazing, it's very simple, versus their iconic mini with the black glazing and feet on it, usually in a calfskin. Oh, I just love them. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.